Okay, alright. Stay with me on this one. This video is going to get very sci-fi, with some facts, and with some conspiracy theories. So yes, it's going to be one of them videos, but I also believe these things have an effect on us as men as well as an entire human race, but us as men as well. So stay with me. This may get somewhat out there, but that is the point, because I will be coming out of my comfort zone to make this one as well. But let's go. Let's start from the 1960s in the West, and to say how the world was developing in the West in the 1960s. You know, this is 20 years after World War II. The economy is growing, more jobs are being developed, more industries being developed, the economy on a whole is being developed. From a 1960s point of view, the West was seeming to blossom. Now, important things that happened in the 1960s was JFK saying not only do they want to go to the moon, they also want to go to the stars, and do it by the end of the decade. Okay. So this is where we start to get conspiracy theory and sci-fi. Ironically, the word conspiracy theorist was created when various claims about JFK's assassination came about. Thus, the CIA created the term conspiracy theorist. Stay with me. So think about this. The next big industrial and economical change for the world and the West would have been the space program. The development of more, let's say, rockets or whatever to fly to the moon, build space bases, and then populate space and Mars and the rest of the solar system and then beyond. So because the space program would have been an ongoing thing, think of how from the 1960s onwards, even up until now, how things would have been different. How many jobs would have been created? Because come on, to create the amount of equipment and things they would need to actually accomplish these missions, it would take a huge amount of manpower. The upside to it being the amount of raw minerals and just many things they could harvest from space itself, from asteroid fields and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? The industry on planet Earth would increase a ridiculous amount. For instance, by finding an asteroid half the size of the moon containing some rare metals. Instantly from you are mining that is a ridiculous amount of billions upon billions, trillions and beyond of dollars, of pounds. So the space industry would have been a big leap for mankind. Not just for the saying, but for the actual fact of how it would have changed the world. Now think, because this did not happen, JFK got assassinated and everything, which is more conspiracy theory in itself. But then the world did not advance like that, did it? And if you were to say, what was the next big advancement in, let's say, technology that changed the human race on a whole, the next big thing you would have to say would be the internet, which is a good, vast hub of entertainment and information and more. But it's not the space program, is it? This is how I believe this has an effect on us as men, as well as humans in general. The world did not advance in a way that gave men opportunities to advance and to put their focus on in a bigger way. You see, businesses and corporations, those are individual jobs they're working. But think of things when men have to come together on a whole, and it makes them more determined, more focused, more stronger. It gives them a certain willpower, because they understand they are part of something much bigger. Now, if you are still with me and this makes sense to you so far, even if you disagree, the point I am making is this lust that many men have for adventure, for exploration, for finding and claiming this new place as their own, for going places that no one else has been. In a sense, because we have now, in a sense, conquered the planet Earth, and for some reason this whole reach for space has been stopped for the past 50 years plus, for whatever reason, I believe in some way this has restricted men and it has caused men to lose a desire to want to do more in life. Because in a sense, many men can see the hamster wheel. They can see the continual cycle, but there's no grand advancement. Where is the grand advancement? Apologies, but an iPhone is not an advanced piece of technology. Regardless of what you think, an iPhone is not an advanced piece of technology. In a sense, why have we not reached a certain level of advancement in technology yet? Some say it's just progression, it's time and whatnot, but at the same time, to lean on the conspiracy angle, what if this entire space program had still been going on but in the shadows? Not for the rest of the world to see and to be a part of, but for, let's say, the ones in control to be doing. And wouldn't many people feel lied to? Because there are some that know certain things, that can tell others, but they will be laughed at anyway, because that is impossible. It's impossible human beings can create anti-gravity vehicles. That is impossible. We are not there yet. Imagine how ironic it would be if we have been there for almost 50 years, if not more. But the majority of us do not know about it. In a sense, if that is the case, aren't we as men being robbed of that adventure, that exploration, that wanting to know, that desire to boldly go? Just thinking. One could say more rambles from a random faceless YouTuber, putting science fiction stories together. How hilarious. How cute. Ha ha ha. But one of my favorite sayings, popular saying, is, "The truth is stranger than fiction." Because no matter what I may say in this video, the reality may be far deeper than anything I have just mentioned. Because a common thing it seems to be in the West is the situation with banks and how money seems to just move around, and how sometimes with these politicians and with the governments, how money just disappears and seems to just vanish into thin air. One has to wonder how thin that air is. But like I said, these are thoughts from a handsome avatar. Somewhat spooky, I know, but yes, handsome. But I would like to know what you think. Do you think there is any truth to it? Do you believe human beings have actually created anti-gravity vehicles that could fly to Mars in a few hours? Poppycock nonsense. And do you believe that we as men have lost this desire to be the men we once were? Because not only has the world changed, certain elements of the economy and certain social standards have changed. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. As well as that, is it the fact that we as men no longer feel like we want to create certain things because we see no advancement? Thus, many of us do not see a point. Just saying. Just thinking. Either way, never forget who you are. Never forget to take the time to see who you are and see your own importance. Stop waiting for others to tell you how awesome you truly are. Thank you for listening. Hope you guys are having a nice day. But if not, have a nice day. Hello. So I'm currently recording some more videos or editing some more videos, but there are some next to my head right here for you to watch in the meantime.